Here we are, round 300, another 100 rounds through the Ruger RXM today. I'm going to lay it out there. We had some technical difficulties today, so I've got two cameras on, the table camera and the target camera. No shoot camera, so you can't see me or the firearm as I'm shooting it. So it's going to be kind of a dry episode. I do apologize. I am so sorry. Transitioning to a new location. This was back when I did the transition. And so, yeah, the thing that I mentioned in the video, and you'll hear it. It's so funny because I think what do you call it? It was a premonition, I kind of knew that something was going to happen, or I put it out there in the universe and then it came right back to me. So yeah, I'm sorry. I really am sorry, but it's still a good episode. And also too, let's see if my accuracy with the change of scenery does anything to my relationship with the RXM, because this just does so well, and I'm just so excited to be shooting it and going to be doing the different mods for the grip, because this is the 19 grip. Small 19 here, Gen 2. Little bit shorter, but roughly the same size. A little bit, I think I read or I saw somewhere that this angle is, oh, right, no, actually one of the commenters, Dwight actually mentioned it was a 20-degree angle, not a 22. You can tell that this is a lot more steep than this. Oh, okay, anyway, round 300. I'm so sorry that the camera issue took place today. I do apologize, but the shoot's still good. I still did very well. It might be a little dry, but we'll talk about the grip in the outro, and then also not the ammo that I'm using, but a couple of the other tidbits. And yeah, I want to hear what you have to say. So stay to the end, stay to the outro, and we'll talk about it there. Again, I'm super apologetic. I'm really sorry about what happened today, and I don't have that happen later on, so it was very unfortunate. Try to enjoy. Do your best. I'm so sorry. This video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. All firearm handling shown is performed by trained individuals in a controlled environment. Always follow the 4 rules of gun safety. Number 1, treat your firearm as if it's loaded. Number 2, never point a firearm at anything you do not intend to destroy. Number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Number 4, be sure of your target and where beyond it. Comply with all local, state, and federal laws regarding firearms. Do not attempt to replicate any actions seen in this video without proper training and safety measures. The creators assume no liability for misuse or unsafe practices. RXM by Ruger. This is round 300. Love this gun. Love it. This version was 619, 620, and the other RXM that I have was 480, I want to say. So a little on the expensive side for this version because of the different color scheme, but I think it does great comparatively to the Glock. So for a first gun, yes, RXM or Glock 19, but I'm not a fanboy of any, like I said, fanboy of any company necessarily. I like to shoot this firearm a lot. Shooting Range Dynamics Full Metal Jacket by Fiocchi 115 grain. It's a new location. I am getting used to this whole setup, so forgive me for any variables that I didn't think of that are maybe floating around. There is a road behind me that has a track for off-road vehicles and other recreational hobbies to go through, so you might hear some rocks banging or people come by. And I also have the target set up, so the yellow target is at it's at 50 feet, 17.3 yards, let's just say 17 yards. I obviously was sucking sand on that last shoot. And then the orange target is set at, I would say 10. I would say 10. Maybe even closer. Maybe even closer than 10 yards. I only measured out to the far one, and I brought back the orange target. Yeah, I'm excited. This RXM. I was watching other people do some reviews on the RXM and saying things about it, which did say good things, but it is a budget-friendly firearm. Also, it was a little snappy, but I don't know. For me, it just does not feel snappy at all. I could see how they were mentioning it's a little imbalanced. The front is a little heavier. I don't think so. I do notice it's just a little short on the end, but it's a Glock 19, so what do you expect? Glock 19 variant. But I don't think it's snappy at all. I get really excited shooting it, and I'm very pleased with this firearm. This is a different location, it's a different state too. I can shoot other peripherals, I guess you'd say, through the firearms that I own, but I'm not going to worry about it for now. It's fine. It'll still shoot the same with a threaded barrel or non-threaded barrel, which is what I have. Also, before I go any further, I need to mention all these things. I don't have any sponsors. I am not given any equipment to test or any ammo to shoot. It's all mine. Everything that I own is from me. I bought it, and all the ammo that I'm going to be shooting, you'll see, it's all me. So it's for the pleasure of sharing with all of you, and then also for my enjoyment. Both. It's a twofer. Okay, so I'm going to shoot at the 17 yard and just get my bearings with this firearm. It's a little low. Beautiful. Beautiful. Try for the head. I think it's spot on. Oops. I'm watching the smoke where it traverses. It's probably going to hit the camera. I got to clean the lens. One thing I'll say too about grip is, and maybe I've mentioned it before, but it's something that it's changed my life. When you grip the pistol, everybody says grip it hard with your right hand, but your left hand is, I would say, more crucial than your right hand, because your right hand only has the trigger finger. I mean, you are holding up here, with the beaver tail and everything, but your left hand is pulling and bringing in the gun to you. So that can make the difference from, at 10 yards, a couple of inches if you're not holding, you're limp wristing the gun. So what I harp on is the left hand, the importance of that left hand and the grip, translating over to accuracy. Damn. gonna keep going. I think I might just stay with the 17-yard target. Ejection pattern is good. It's like the Palmetto State Armory is just off to the right. Oh. Huh. This is a failure to eject. Too low. It's bad. Oof. This is a bad magazine. I am just not hitting it. Darn. I'm gonna shoot off these 10 and then load 20. Just do it a little bit out of order. I was gonna say I've been redeemed, but that's a miss. Two out of 10. I'll take it. Yeah, it might be dark. Like what I saw on the camera, the shoot cameras. I saw it was a little dark, so. Hopefully that corrected itself when I stepped in frame. All right, come on, baby. Ejection pattern is forward and to the right. Come on, baby. I've met my match, 17 yards. Not too good. Need more practice, a little bit further distance. I can feel it kick. I guess the snap, maybe that's just because I'm not holding on to it hard or tight enough with my right hand. But just a little kick on the thumb. But it is not offensive. I'll do some shoots with a Glock 19, but this is beautiful. Love it. I'm just not happy with my accuracy today. I'm gonna blame the location. It's the location's fault. I'm so accurate, I shouldn't be missing, but it's just kidding. Tell me, do you have days like that too? I'm sure everybody does. Let me know. Love the Ruger RXM. All right, that wraps it up for round 300 with the RXM. Try to get that shot there. Oh, there he goes. And accuracy was a little off. I did have an issue with 17 yards, and still shouldn't have been too much of a difference because I was shooting at 12 and 13 or 10 to 13 yards, and it was doing fine. So I make up for it later on, I do believe. But yeah, today was a little tough, along with the technical difficulties that I had. So accuracy was a little off, but yeah, the grip. So I may mention that when you grip your pistol, right? And I think I may have mentioned this before, asked this before. You're sturdy with your right hand. Like, this gun isn't going to move anywhere. You're good with this. But then when you get your left hand, your support hand, or vice versa, right? If you're left-handed, if you get your support hand on this hand, I can be loose with, but the gun still isn't going to go anywhere because I'm clasped. Like I am wrenching the firearm, not over, right? So when I fire, it doesn't shoot to the left, but I've got a grip on it. Regardless if I let go of my hand here, I'm not letting go with my support hand. Do you notice that when you start to limp your left hand just a little bit, it starts to just kind of fly off? And that's exactly what happens to me with all of the pistols, any of the pistols that I shoot. But then the RXM, it wasn't a revelation like, oh, hey, you know what? You should hold on to it with your left hand or your support hand. That'll fix everything. Duh, right? But have you noticed that? And once you tighten it up, do you see that immediate difference? So I'm sure the answer is yes, and this is just basic stuff. But never blame the firearm. Never blame anything about the sights or anything, because I thought for the longest time it was the sights. You know, I wasn't gripping correctly, and it's always the user, right? It's always user error. If the trigger's a little sensitive, that's still user error, trigger control, and it's something that, like I've mentioned before, I have to work on. But that trigger discipline, and also just training, you know, doing the rudiments and stuff, not getting too quick onto the trigger. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your experiences with that trigger pull. I'm sorry, not the trigger pull, but the grip of the firearm, and how your support hand really makes that difference. And once you can tell, just fixing that little bit can make all the world a difference. So in any case, again, I apologize for the camera stance and the technical issues that took place. We'll bring it back tomorrow at 400 to make up for it. Sorry, but thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you comments coming through. Just make me super glad to be here and really give input on what I think and how I feel so far with the RXM, and then with the other module device that I'll put on to. I don't know if I'll switch this one out. I really, really like how this stance is with the 19, and it being the way that it is. I like to keep that current, and then I might just switch out this one and do a different, and I can also just change out the barrel too. I don't think this is a Glock barrel. No, I think this is the Palmetto State Armory barrel. I swap them all around because, you know, they're interchangeable. So yeah, but I think I'll switch out this And I might Cerakote this slide. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, because I do like this color. This color is very, very nice. Probably overpaid for it, but either way, I'm happy with it, and I'm just gonna keep going with the firearms that I have. These workhorses, they just make me smile. They really do make me smile, and all of these here that are just very, very affordable. I can't say enough, and can't say enough about the Ruger. Very, very happy with it. I love this little indent here. This just makes me happy to have that there. Could be a little bit longer with the grip. Shooting it today was great, and I don't want to make it sound like I wasn't accurate because the firearm wasn't good, a new setting. It was just me and my grip. But you could tell there were some shots that I was hitting. I think I hit all 10 shots in one magazine, and that was just grip. And of course the Ruger and the beautiful recoil. No, the recoil impulse isn't, the part I mentioned about it kind of digging in back here on my hand, or doing something that's adversely affecting my grip. That's because my grip wasn't secure to begin with, right? It had nothing to do with the firearm itself, because that was all me. You need to get it. You have to find your place with the firearm once you get it set. So awesome, just wonderful. These little indents here are just amazing, and wish it would have had a bigger or a more full Picatinny. But in any case, enough of that. 5 minutes. Thank you so much for being here. Like, subscribe, comment, recommend, all that jazz. Not in that particular order. Come back tomorrow for 400. Keep this going. Love this gun. Tell me what you think. Talk about the grip. Talk about your trigger discipline and all of that jazz. And we'll see you tomorrow. 照顾好自己，注意安全。Also, too, cleaning it. P.S. I just like to keep it nice and clean. You see me just cleaning it instead of going on the inside and doing the barrel and running a bore snake through and everything. And I kind of, like to give it a little torture test in that sense, but I just want to keep the sheen just nice. Keep the polish looking good. Okay, that's it.